Hey guys, video 2 in the series. I'm Andy from Densify, and today I want to talk to you about getting the instance sizing right, or you won't be able to automate it. So, as a lead on from the past video, we talked about workloads and workload matching between demand and supply. Let's talk about some of the factors to consider. The first component you might consider would be storage. The storage type, you've got SSD versus EBS optimized versus optimized HDD. All these different choices for storage, different workloads need different types of storage. Virtualization type. Paravirtual versus hardware virtual machine. You can't resize an instance that was launched in a paravirtual AMI to an instance that was HVM only. Network. So an instance that was launched in EC2 Classic doesn't easily move over to something that's available only in VPC as a general rule. Platform. When we're talking about platform, we're talking about 32-bit versus 64-bit. And every single instance in EC2 is available as a 64-bit instance, but only a few of them are available as 32-bit. And you can't, again, resize an instance that was launched as 32-bit over to 64. And finally, active-passive. So you may have workloads running up there today that have a passive pair, and you're going to need to synchronize those recommendations exactly the same as your active pair. Or in some cases, it might be according to a corporate standard, as in, let's give them half the resources for that passive pair. So again, those are all considerations on top of one more, which is memory. It's possible to get good answers without memory, but you'll get even higher optimization, somewhere typically around 10 to 20% extra if you have that data. We'll make the assumption that you're using it and won't optimize to it, but if you can get that data from something like Splunk, Prometheus, SignalFX, Datadog, we can often find additional savings and additional optimization by leveraging that data. Let's talk about the cost of policy now. In attempts to deal with all this complexity, many organizations will restrict the catalog that they're using in order to make sure that they're safe with their answers. But essentially they're dealing with one hand tied behind their back, because again, they could be leveraging the entire instance. Let's talk about a couple typical examples. So an organization that may be running a workload, say today, in something like an M4 extra large. That workload curve might look something like this. And the overall savings or the overall cost of that instance on a monthly basis is, say, $306. Now, if we optimize that instance with all the workload metrics that we know, we might find that it might fit safely inside of a C4, compute optimized, extra large, and that workload curve might correspondingly get a little bit higher. But the savings potential, say now we're down to $190 a month by moving from that extra sized instance to a right sized instance. Now let's optimize further and say, if you could use the entire catalog that Amazon provides versus using a restricted catalog, what could the potential savings be? So maybe we can now move to an i3 large. Again, that workload curve might be even higher, but again, within the safe limits. And the potential savings now, we're running at $104 a month in AWS. And so finally, if we add memory metrics to this particular workload and find additional optimization savings by seeing the memory utilization that you're not using, we can now move safely to an i3 medium. Again, the corresponding workload curve might be higher, but within the potential limits, but your monthly spend is now down to $52 a month. So we've now gone from a workload, an M4 extra large, costing you $306.90 a month, all the way down to an i3 medium that will cost you $52 a month simply by analyzing the workload patterns, taking advantage of memory, and using the full capabilities of the AWS catalog. So the next video will focus on automation and taking all these recommendations that we have and automating them and socializing those results with the different constituents, the DevOps, the tech ops, and the finance groups, so that everyone is happy, because what we're going to do with these is a self-learning optimization and workloads that automatically understand exactly what they need. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.